Shields up, Ironbreakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video. Welcome back to Monster Hunter Rise, and today we're going to be looking at the Gunlance. Now you guys know I love the Gunlance. I main the Gunlance throughout World, throughout Iceborne, and at the end of Iceborne I started really getting burned out on the weapon because of Wyvern Stake Blast, and I've been very hesitant to get excited about the Gunlance because, you know, it's always that weapon that like you start off and it's real fun, and then at least for me, and then later in the game it usually drops off like a rock. It just completely drops off because like you got that static damage and no way to scale it up besides artillery. So let's see what they're going to be doing with it for Monster Hunter Rise, and let's see if it's going to hype me up more than what we saw with the Sword and Shield. So
a sturdy lance affixed with a cannon. Pressure your prey with a bevy of bombardments, then land a super powerful hit at just the right time.
a super powerful hit? You mean Wyvern Fire? Is that what we're talking about? Oh man, I'm so scared. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I'm scared of scrolling down and just getting disappointed, particularly after the Insect Glaive, which I personally wasn't into that much from the video that we saw today. But okay, let's scroll down slowly. Take it easy. Silkbind attack, guard edge. Let claws and fangs hone your blade. A well-timed guard regenerates your weapon's sharpness. Can be followed up with various attacks. Okay, so this is interesting. And the reasoning why this is interesting is because for those of you that don't play Gunlance, Gunlance sharpness goes like that. Like literally like that. If you are someone who is using shelling in any sense whatsoever, like your sharpness, gone in the blink of an eye. Like you do one full burst combo, down to red sharpness. Okay, that's usually how it goes. At least at the start of the game. Then later on you start getting like some handicraft and something like that to kind of make up for it. But having a guard edge that actually allows you to regenerate your weapon's sharpness might actually be good. Now remember that GU had certain weapons that actually allowed you to do stuff like this. Like I remember, I think it was it Sergio? Steve? Was it Sergio's one? I think it was the Sergio's one, which either regenerated when you dodged or when you properly guarded. I think it was when you dodged. I never really used that Gunlance all that much because I wasn't a huge fan of it. And I know it's a really good Gunlance, but I like different things about the Gunlance from most people. I'm not just about how efficiently can I kill something. It's more like I want to get some shelling in there, you know? But this is interesting. It's interesting. It's not really gonna hype me up to the nth degree, but it's interesting. But there is a follow-up, which is the important part. There's a follow-up. So I'm assuming that you'll be able to go into a slam from this properly timed guard, which is good because basically that provides you with counterplay. Now that does mean that you're gonna have to put some defensive skills on your gunblade, pretty much if you want to on your Gunlance, pretty much if you want to play it. I feel like because you know, you want, particularly if you want to do shelling. You want to regenerate your sharpness. So if you want to actually use this particular Silkbind attack, then you want to have maybe something like a block, unless the Silkbind attack itself gives you like block 2 or block 5, depending on which Monster Hunter skill system you're talking about. If the Silkbind attack itself gives you maximum guard, then that's a different thing altogether. But I don't know if it will. And if it won't, you're gonna have to put some defensive skills, which let me tell you, the budget for a Gunlance is already pretty insane. And if on top of that, you're overly concerned about, you know, defensive skills and stuff like that, while the skill itself is interesting, it has me much more hesitant. Like I'm still way more hyped about the Sword and Shield. Let's take a look at the second one. Silkbind attack, Hail Cutter. Steal your lance, revive your cannon. Perform a rising slash and then an overhead smash. Each usage reduces the cooldown time for Wyvern's Fire. Interesting. So they want you to do more Wyvern's Fires. Like, this seems interesting, like this is cool and all. But I'm sorry, Gunlance. I think it's gonna be Sword and Shield, dude. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I know that I got a lot of you guys into Gunlance, but like, here's the problem with this, okay? Because I'm already, you know, like I'm super hyped about trying it out for sure. Because like this all seems very interesting. But the thing to me is like I'm not thinking about the first couple of monsters that you fight. Which the first couple of monsters that you fight, I can see this particular skill being useful and guard edge being useful. But let's be honest, by the end of Iceborne, I had Wyvern Fire available many more times than I actually had an opportunity to use it. It's like the problem was not the availability of Wyvern Fire. I never really had that problem near the end of the game. The problem was having an opening to use Wyvern Fire. Which, yeah, I don't care about reducing the cooldown for Wyvern Fire if the monsters are darting all over the map and there's no way I can hit them with it. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it, but let's see what it's looking like. Okay, so that is the regular Wyvern Steak. Wait.
Take this! Say goodbye! Here it comes! Here comes the pain!
Okay. There is a game changer in this video, okay? There's a big game changer in this video. There is one massive game changer. And let me show you it. Let me show you what it is. There it is. You're blocking. Oh my God. It's almost like it makes sense. It's almost like that's the way it should have been all along. You're actually blocking during Wyvern's Fire. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at it. Look. Clip. Don't care. Alrighty. And they didn't mention that the Hail Cutter reloads your Gunlance. Like, look at it. It reloads your Gunlance with the slam, and then you can burst it down. Oh, that's actually really good. Guard edge. Let claws and fangs hone your blade. So you can basically use that to regenerate. Okay, that makes it much more interesting. I think that there's something that I'm gonna have to see, which is they probably added guard points into Gunlance, dude. They did it. Again, did it, dude. How long did it take them to add? I mean, that's got to be a guard point, right? And that means that there's probably other moves that have guard points in the Gunlance, dude. Oh, man. Oh, thank God. Thank God, dude. Like, I was looking at those skills and I'm just like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the magic, but they might have actually convinced me just now. Not to mention going from a charged shell into Wyvern Steak. Look at that. It is nice. I wonder if the Hail Cutter also reloads your Wyvern Steak. I said Worm Steak, Wyvern Steak, whatever. Because like, here's the thing that some people don't understand. When I talk about Worm Steak Blast with the Gunlance, I think some people might be confusing the two different Worm Steaks. There's two of them, okay? And the first one I actually really enjoyed, which was the one where you actually put a stake in the monster and then it, you know, deals a little bit of damage, then explodes. That one's cool. The second one was the one that I had problems with. But I'm so happy that there's a lot of shelling happening in here. That is a very good thing. I'm seeing a lot of shelling and that makes me happy. What's with the steam coming off? Like, look at the steam coming off at the end of that attack. Boosh! Steam comes off at the end of Hail Cutter. Oh, That's because of the man, my screen is glitching a little bit. I'm sorry, guys, but that's because of the effect of reducing the cooldown on Wyvern Fire, which I will definitely be using more of if I get a guard point when I'm doing it. Like, that's actually legit. Not to mention you can full burst after it. Like, this is actually so good. That art is incredibly good. Like, the description of the art does not do it justice. The fact that you basically jump up, slam down, you can go into a full burst, it refreshes the duration on your Wyvern, not refreshes, but like it reduces the cooldown on your Wyvern Fire, particularly because your Wyvern Fire now has a blocking component to it, maybe a guard point. I don't know exactly if it's going to be a guard point for a little bit only, so maybe there's only a couple of frames while it's in effect, but it's long because look at how long he's charging it for, and then he blocks it. Like, that is really good. Like, that to me is the big game changer that I was looking for in the Gunlance, particularly when you're talking about Wyvern Fire, because there was so few opportunities to use Wyvern Fire, and now you can use Wyvern Fire as a counter. Like, that's a game changer. Now, the biggest deal for me is how are shells going to scale? Is it still just going to be artillery? Because if it's still just going to be artillery, I'm still like half a foot out. Like, I'll check it out, I'll play it, but I probably won't dedicate as much time to it because quite simply it ends up being a dead-end weapon where you get to the end and then, you know, you can play it for a little bit and then eventually, well, there's no more scaling to this. It doesn't scale with raw, doesn't scale with attack, doesn't scale with anything but artillery, so it becomes very limited. Like, I mean, even Sticky's scaled with attack and raw, come on. Yeah, but this Hunter art is legit, dude. And there's got to be guard points in the Hunter art itself as well. Then you have Guard Edge. Guard Edge is useful whenever you need to get sharpness. It all depends on how much sharpness you get. Like, it can't be a small amount of sharpness. It has to be a significant amount. Like, let me see how much did he have before he did the attack? Oh, it was full sharpness. Like, who cares? He had a little bit of sharpness loss, but it was very little. I'd have liked to see just how much sharpness it actually restores. Also, this is a long shelling Gunlance, I would assume, with the 4 shells. Or I wonder how that's going to work out. What's long shelling looking like? What's wide shelling looking like? What's normal shelling looking like? Are we still going to have the 3 different play styles? Are we going to have like a more uniform play style? What are we looking at here? But I just love that. I really do. Okay, it got me excited, but if I'm gonna be real, I'm still more excited for the Sword and Shield. Because there's still too many unknowns about the Gunlance, because, you know, when you play a certain weapon for as long as I did, there's a lot of, you start to see a lot of the inherent flaws that weapon comes with. And you know, while there's a lot of solutions here, there's a lot of interesting things here that really do push the weapon forward in a way that I like. Not to mention they also show aerial shelling here, which I don't. Yeah, we didn't have aerial shelling in World. Like, you see these shots here in the air. This is something that you used to have in GU for the aerial Gunlance, where, like, if you were in the air, you're able to shoot, and then it backs you up a little bit, and then you shoot again, backs you up a little bit, and then you can slam down at the end. But yeah, I'm excited to check it out, but I would still have to say that nothing beats what I saw yesterday from the Sword and Shield. I'm sorry, guys. I know a lot of you want to see me play the boomstick, and I will play the boomstick. We'll check it out. We'll see what it's like. But I think the Sword and Shield is winning my heart over the Gunlance for this particular iteration of Monster Hunter, which is a good thing. Swapping your mains, playing around, having fun. But yeah, I definitely can't wait to talk to Gaijin about some of the stuff that we see here. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit it up with a like. If you did not enjoy this video, hit it up with a dislike. Feedback is important. If you usually enjoy my content, subscribe, bell notification icon, all that jazz. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay strong, stay safe, peace out.